Deadline day for the DOJ, the deadline to turn over documents subpoenaed by Republican lawmakers. House Speaker Paul Ryan not ruling out holding Deputy AG Rod Rosenstein in contempt of Congress.
I expect them to comply with all of our very legitimate document requests because this is legitimate congressional oversight of the executive branch. I'm concerned that they've been dragging their feet over the Justice Department to giving Congress. They could have spared the country a whole bunch of drama if they would have complied with the document requests months ago when they were made in the first place.
Alan Dershowitz wrote the book, the forthcoming book, The Case Against Impeaching Trump, and he is with me now. You know drama in the courtroom. Sir, thank you for coming back here. I thought we were going to get you in studio today, but we'll get you back in New York very soon. What do you believe Paul Ryan will do in this matter?
Well, look, there's never been a more important time for our system of checks and balances to operate, whether it be regarding the president's immigration policies or the Mueller investigation or the Clinton investigation. We need effective checks and balances, and effective checks and balances requires that the executive branch, the Justice Department, comply with legitimate subpoenas by Congress. And if it's necessary to issue a contempt order, it will be done. It's very rare for the legislature to hold a member of the executive, a high-ranking member of the executive, in contempt. But it's been done. Then you have to go to court and get the court to enforce it. I think generally it's used as a sort of Damocles to hold over the head of Justice Department officials, and in the end, they usually comply. I suspect that's going to happen here, but we may see some drama.
Okay.
They may say, no, we're not.
All right, so these documents deal with the Hillary Clinton email matter, Andrew McCabe, Carter Page, the FISA application.
Right.
Why would the Department of Justice not want to surrender that paperwork?
Well, in my long experience with these matters, when the government claims national security, much of the time it's to avoid embarrassment. There are not really national security secrets involved. For example, they failed to turn over the smoking gun Strzok communication in which he said, we'll stop the election of President Trump. That wasn't turned over. There's no national security there. It was just because it was incredibly embarrassing. It's hard to believe the story. They found one of the messages, but they didn't find the more important one. So I think it's important for Congress to enforce their requests, their demands, and indeed their subpoenas for this kind of information, because the public has the right to know. Even if there are materials that are national security, Congress has the right to see those subject to secrecy. And then a decision has to be made when and how much to reveal to the general public.
Okay, two minutes, two questions, two topics. I'm dying to get your answer on this. It's been a week since the IG report came out last Friday. Do you see any legal problems for any individuals involved in that report?
Well, there are legal problems. I don't see any criminal problems. And I'm in favor of decriminalizing, of disarming, and stop weaponizing the criminal justice system. So I didn't see any cause for criminal investigation or prosecution. But certainly the revelation that Comey was, in fact, using his email in the manner in which he had criticized Hillary Clinton for using her email, that's worthy of further investigation by the IG. And I think there are conflicts of interest that are worthy of investigation. I think the whole Rosenstein issue is really worthy of investigation. If Mueller is looking at all at the Comey firing, who's the main witness there? The main witness is the man who's investigating this, who's in charge of the investigation, Rod Rosenstein. So yes, legal, but no.
Okay, we got a quick answer here. I'm out of time. I could talk to you for hours. Does Peter Strzok make a good witness, or is he compromised?
Well, he's very compromised, and he shouldn't be an FBI agent. The fact that a high-ranking FBI agent says he's going to stop a legitimate election. Look, I try to stop the election of Trump by voting against him and by contributing to Hillary Clinton. That's a legitimate way of stopping. But when an FBI agent sends a message that he's going to stop and he has an insurance policy, that really has to be investigated. I don't know why he's still an FBI agent. He should have recused himself. He should now be fired.
Well, he says he'll testify, and we'll see whether or not that happens. You'll be watching. Sir, thank you for your time.
I'll be watching, and he'll try to say that it just was a joke. He didn't mean it seriously, but he has to be pressed very hard.
It's June on Martha's Vineyard. Enjoy that, okay? Forever summer. Thank you, sir.